For the first time in public and in the presence of so distinguished a company, I feel greatly honored.
For emphatic depth, he even greatly honored. Was the H there, or was it had already been dropped in pronunciation? Let me hear.
I feel greatly honored.
Yeah, the H has already disappeared in this word. Fantastic. I wonder how far back you have to go to actually find it fully pronounced, which at one point it was. Interestingly enough, this sort of evolution of pronunciation in language is region dependent. If you think about it, even today in England, the H is fully pronounced in herbs or herb, but it's gone in the American herb. So the H is dropped in that situation. There are lots of scenarios like this.
By your presence here tonight,
Presence.
a company distinctly representative in its character.
Character. No, the short vowel is a full e. Character. Almost sounds Kiwi or Australian up to only that word I meant.
This is what the guests of Colonel...
Okay, so this was fantastic. Fantastic. As we move and skip to minute 14, there is another guest, and if you thought that this was fascinating, oh, yo, wait. So let's go.
One of these recordings was made by Arthur Sullivan, who, showing his wit, but also in a serious vein, prophesied the horrors of mass entertainment.
So we're going to listen to Sir Arthur Sullivan. Just so you know, he's a composer, right? This is a musician, a famous person. Let's see how he speaks.
Little Menlo, October 5th, 1888, from Guru to Edison. Continuation of introduction of friends. Now listen to the voice of Sir Arthur Sullivan.
To the voice. Sorry, I won't interrupt it now. I'll let it play, and then I'll redo it.
Dear Mr. Edison, if my friend Edmund Yates has been a little incoherent, it is in consequence of the excellent dinner and good wine he has drunk. Therefore, I beg you will excuse him. He has his lucid intervals. For myself, I can only say that I am astonished and somewhat terrified at the result of this evening's experiment. Astonished at the wonderful power you have developed, and terrified at the thought that so much hideous bad music may be put on record forever. But all the same, I think it is the most wonderful thing that I have ever experienced, and I congratulate you with all my heart on this wonderful discovery. Arthur Sullivan.
Okay, so we're going to re-listen to it, but already I want you to notice this. Once again, this is like the first recording ever. It would be like you trying some kind of neural chip now, or trying VR for the first time when it actually came out a few years ago. So this is a completely new thing. And one thing that I noticed when it comes to his approach, it sounds like a letter. He even signed it at the end. Look at this.
Discovery. Arthur Sullivan.
Arthur Sullivan. It's a letter, because these Victorian people do not even have a concept of what a recording is and how it works. I mean, I'm sure he was told what this was going to be, but this is not something that people have access to. This is not something that's been mass-produced and integrated within society. This is a newly developed craftsmanship technique of communication, and therefore that's what he does. He applies what he already knows. Well, that's what you do, right? Introduce yourself, speak. It's like there is a body, an introduction, a body, a conclusion, and a signature at the end. This is a letter, and it's mind-blowing. Let me listen to it again, and let's address his pronunciation.
Little Menlo, October 5th, 1888, from Guru to Edison. Continuation of introduction of friends. Now listen to the voice of Sir Arthur Sullivan.
Now listen to the voice of Sir Arthur Sullivan. And that was Gouraud, which means that's an American who just spoke. Yeah, because, I mean, General Gouraud was in the American independence. He even received the Medal of Honor. It doesn't sound like an American, but oh my gosh, this is mind-blowing. You can tell, though, he has a military tone.
Friends, now listen to the voice of Sir Arthur Sullivan.
Boom. It's a military man, you can tell that much.
Dear Mr. Edison, if my friend...
Look, dear Mr. Edison, it's a letter. I doubled down on that.
Edmund Yates has been a little incoherent. It is in consequence of the excellent dinner.
And this man Sullivan, if I'm not wrong, where is he from? Is he English? Let me double check. There isn't even that much of a difference between the way they speak. I mean, I'm sure for them there would have been, but can you find it? Can you? I wish we could have listened a little longer to the other speaker, but yeah, he's English. I thought I remember right. I like to double check things because so I don't misinform.
The good wines that he has drunk.
Yep.
Therefore, I beg you will excuse him.
Therefore, I beg you will excuse him. Yeah, I'll excuse him, all right? Let the man have his drink, no problem.
He has his lucid intervals.
Oh, good for him.
For myself, I can only say that I am astonished
Yeah.
and somewhat terrified
And you were right.
as the result of this evening's experiment.
You see, they call them experiments. A recording. An experiment.
Astonished at the wonderful power you have developed,
Yeah.
and terrified at the thought that so much hideous and bad music
Because he's a musician.
may be put on record forever.
Oh, you have no idea. Ooh, you have no idea, sir. But let me tell you this much: Ride the Lightning by Metallica still is my favorite album. So we did get some really good ones too.
But all the same, I think it is the most wonderful thing that I have ever
The most wonderful thing that I had ever.
experienced.
Almost as if it's like he's reading it. 'Cause clearly, I think he's reading it, right? He's reading a script. That's what I believe. So he probably reached ever and went to the next line, and so he literally paused for it.
And I congratulate you with all my heart.
That's sweet, actually. That's sweet. I always find it endearing and charming the way they express themselves.
On this wonderful discovery.
Discovery, rather than discovery. Arthur
Sullivan.
Sullivan. Oh my gosh. Incredible. I mean, thank you so much for putting the video together, man. What's your name? Kings. Do you have a name? Let me check his channel, by the way. We need to give credit where credit is due. So, just to have an idea, welcome to the Kings and Things channel. This is a place where I share various things that I've been looking into and find interesting. Yeah, usually that involves historical people, historical architecture, historical media that bridges that gap between past and present. And you bridged that gap very well, my friend. Absolutely. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video. A little shorter than the previous ones, but I've got a few more to do in the next few days. So stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching, and do let me know what you thought of these recordings. And thank you for joining Metatron's Academy. Bye.